Hi, it's Dr. David Greene, founder and CEO of R3 Stem Cell, the global leader in regenerative cellular therapies. Today I'm discussing stem cell therapy in Mexico for avoiding dialysis and a kidney transplant. Chronic dialysis shortens life expectancy. The 5-year survival for patients receiving hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis is only 42 and 52% respectively. In 2022, the U.S. finally reached 25,000 kidney transplants in 1 year, but there's still about 12 people who die every day who don't get to receive that life-saving transplant. So as you can see here in this chart, there's about 104,000 individuals who are waiting for an organ transplant. 89,000 of those are waiting to receive a kidney transplant. So it's the overwhelming majority, like 87%, of individuals waiting for an organ or waiting for a kidney. Over 10% of Americans adults, which is about 20 million, have CKD. 600,000 are on dialysis. 89,000 are waiting for a transplant. So dialysis artificially removes waste products and extra fluid from your blood. It does not really replace fully the kidney function. Close to 600,000 Americans are on dialysis. It's two times a week, 3 times a week for 4 hours. There are risks with dialysis of infection, clot, problems with the fistula. The cost is over $100,000 a year. It's very expensive, and the average lifespan is about 5 to 10 years. When it comes to the transplant, 89,000, as mentioned, are on the list. If this trend keeps up, 25,000 a year will be performed. The average wait time is 3.5 years. As mentioned, 12 people die every day waiting for a transplant. Transplant patients do live longer than those on dialysis. They do need to be on immunosuppressive medications for life, which can present significant problems when it comes to things like opportunistic infections. So we recently published the first USA case report on allogenic Wharton's jelly mesenchymal stem cell and exosome therapy being safe and effective for diabetic kidney failure. This was me and my research team that put this together, of a 71-year-old male who was previously diagnosed with stage 5 CKD. He'd been suffering with type 2 diabetes for years. His GFR prior to the stem cell therapy was 11, which is stage 5, and his BUN was 115, his creatinine was 5.1. So he came down to one of our Mexico clinics and received 100 million umbilical cord mesenchymal stem cells. He also received 100 billion umbilical cord derived stem cell exosomes. We frequently combine those. This was in one session. He also received a multivitamin IV drip. The patient was advised to keep his regular routine, which included exercise and food regimen. He didn't do any high-impact activities anyway. So here's what's GFR before and after. So before, as mentioned, it was about 11. After, it went up to 22 after the first month, and then at last check, it was down to 17, but still significantly higher than it was. He had moved to stage 4. His BUN had significantly dropped from 78 to 58. His creatinine levels were somewhere between 4.7 and 5.1 prior to the stem cell, and afterwards it was 3.8 at the 4-month checkup. This is a list of all of his parameters we looked at. Everything improved, including his blood sugars, his GFR, as mentioned, creatinine. I mean, it was dramatic across the board. So clinically, before the treatment, he had reported poor general health, a lot of limitations in his activities like climbing stairs, getting his work done, both physical and emotional limitations. After just 1 month, it was a remarkable improvement. He reported excellent health, no limitations with his activities, a reduction in pain. The positive trend continued throughout our observation for those 4 months. Improved health perceptions, minimal interference with his social activities, positive changes in his emotional well-being, reduced feelings of frustration, and improved energy levels. We also talked about in the paper how the stem cells work to improve kidney function with things like improved vascularity, it's called angiogenesis, improved cell function in the kidneys with proliferation of renal cells, also reduced scar tissue. The stem cells are great at reducing scar tissue. It's called anti-fibrosis. It also reduces inflammation dramatically. All chronic disease comes along with inflammation, which produces oxidative stress and reduces the natural repair abilities of any organ that it's affecting. So the stem cells reduce that inflammation and can help with natural repair abilities as well. So he moved from stage 5 to stage 4 with stem cell therapy. He's presently avoiding dialysis. He's been very, very pleased. As you saw earlier from his emotional and physical improvements. He did receive an additional stem cell therapy at the 6th month, which is very normal for those who have moved from stage 5 to stage 4 and want to stay there. He actually sent me a PowerPoint titled Regenerative Dialysis, showing all of his improvements and how excited he is. All right, so we have 2 treatment centers in Mexico. One is in Tijuana, 20 minutes from the San Diego International Airport. We pick patients up, take them over the border. It's a 20-minute drive. We're in a high-rise in the business district, very contemporary clinic. We also have a clinic in Cancun on the other side of Mexico. The process to get treatment with us starts with a free phone consultation. We'll go through your records, listen to your story, and see what we can do for you if we can help. Our patient concierge representatives will assist you with all the travel logistics, the scheduling, the quotation, everything to go from A to Z with getting the treatment that you need. So I started R3 Stem Cell 12 years ago. We've done over 24,000 procedures in the last 10 years. We're the busiest clinics in the world for stem cell therapy. We're now in 6 countries. We've been featured in every major media outlet, won lots of awards. So call us today at +1 888 988 0515 to get scheduled for you or a loved one's free consultation. And then visit us online at stemcellmexico.com where you'll learn a lot more. Thanks so much.